Okay, look, look here now, if he goes right here, I'm not going to call it low, all right? He went through all the instructions in the dressing room. I expect a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions from the challenger? The champion. Let's get it on.
The questions from ringside are, will Barrera be cautious, too cautious even, after getting such a beating in the first fight? Will Junior Jones be too eager to repeat it?
I don't think Barrera will be too cautious because Barrera badly wants his title back.
Round one begins. Chapter 2, Junior Jones and Marco Antonio Barrera. Both fighters starting off working behind the jab, and Junior Jones loves that. He doesn't believe that Barrera can match jabs with him.
And I see why he doesn't believe that. When you have such a reach advantage on a guy, you usually don't think that he can out-jab you. Barrera seems very calm here, though.
Jones averaged 40 jabs per round in beating Barrera last fall in Tampa. You heard Larry say when he went through the punch stat numbers that would be a key to Jones's performance tonight. Does he keep that stick in Barrera's face?
Barrera seems very calm. He doesn't seem like he's worried at all about Junior. He doesn't seem concerned about Junior's power. All he wants to do is land a big punch on Junior. Barrera is very focused here tonight.
Barrera getting to Jones's body for the first time. That's his trademark, is good body work throughout the fight. Fires the left hook to the body as Junior comes in.
Well, the first thing I see that's different is he's trying to shoot the right over Jones's left.
Yeah, he's making Junior worried about his right hand some here early, instead of coming out getting worried about Junior's right hand right away.
Junior Jones, with the approval of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, got a big cortisone shot in the right hand prior to the fight. He says to us, I could break the right hand and I won't know it because of the cortisone. He's had hand problems before, and Junior says all punchers have hand problems.
And they do. Marco is fighting a very smart fight here, and he seems to be very strong right now.
But when he was at his best, Roy, he was dominating in the early rounds. He would just impose himself on his opponents. He's being much calmer, you're right. Can he win that way?
Yes, he can. His thing is to get used to seeing Junior's punches, wear Junior's body down, and then he'll try to overpower Junior. He can't just walk in on Junior now and overpower him because he knows that Junior is far too strong for that.
If you're a fan of HBO's Boxing After Dark, where Roy Jones Jr. is the regular expert commentator, you'll remember that series kicked off with a brilliant Barrera performance against Kennedy McKinney in a very tough fight, February of 1996 in the Forum. Kennedy McKinney was the man who kept Junior Jones from making the Olympic team in 1988.
What is Barrera doing to keep Jones from shooting that right hand? It looks like he's holding his left pretty high.
Much higher than before, much higher than I've ever seen him hold his left hand. But that's what you call making adjustments to win the fight. This shows you that he is here to win this fight tonight.
Tactical adjustments in the first round by Marco Antonio Barrera, and Junior Jones with much to think about as the first 3 minutes come to a close. And when we go to Barrera's corner, where Spanish is the preferred language, our interpreter is Ray Torres.
You got to pressure him without getting to the exchanges. You got to feint him out. Don't exchange punches with him. We have a long time, Marcos. You got to be loose. You got to be relaxed. You got to be sure of yourself.
And step. Don't stand right in front of this guy. Okay?
Yep.
All right, baby. You're working beautiful.
This has got to be up here, baby. Up
How
here.
you feel?
Right?
Take a deep breath. Let it out slow.
You're boxing beautiful out there. Just start picking up. You're boxing beautiful.
Remember, everything off the jab.
Here we go, second and out.
Primary voice in Jones's corner is that of Tommy Brooks, his trainer. Lou Duva working as a second in that corner tonight, and of course you'll hear from him. Duva is Tommy Brooks's father-in-law. And of course you'll hear more of Lou Duva when you tune to HBO tomorrow night to watch the delayed broadcast of Whitaker against De La Hoya.
One adjustment that has proven to be good was what we talked about Barrera's left hand. The only good right hand that he got caught with in that first round was that one right there at the end.
His strategy may be to make this fight go a distance and believing that he can tire Jones out and get him in the second half of the fight.
And like I told you, Jones's strength Jones's thing would be if he's conditioned for this long fight or not. That's the way I think that a Marco Antonio Barrera should have fought Junior Jones the first time.
Well, Barrera only threw 36 punches by CompuBox statistics in round number 1, landed 12 out of 36. Jones threw 79, and that may be the reason that Harold Letterman, as you saw, scored the round for Junior Jones. Jones landed only 10 of 62 jabs in the first round, but throwing it is half the battle.
A bloody nose for Jones. Can that affect his breathing, Roy?
I don't think so, but I don't know because I never really had a bloody nose on a fight, so I couldn't tell you if it would be effective to his breathing.
Never had a bloody nose. All those amateur fights, 30-some-odd professional fights, never had a bloody nose, huh?
No, not yet.
Don't you think you're missing something?
I was wondering about that.
That was a good right uppercut by Marco Antonio Barrera.
And you can see the blood flowing from both nostrils of Junior Jones as Jones continues to pump the jab, and try to keep too busy for Barrera. There's a right hand over the top, partially blocked.
Barrera's fighting a very smart fight here. He's not going in and making it an early slugfest with this strong puncher. He's trying to let the puncher wear himself down. He's blocking a lot of punches, and he's also hitting Junior to the body. That's very smart for Barrera to do. Junior should invest in some body shots himself here.
One of those hard left hooks to the body by Barrera. Number 1 weapon.
Another good left to the body by Barrera. There goes Junior throwing a good body shot right there.
Jones coming back with combinations. Barrera shooting the jab up top. Both men spending some time on body punching here in round number 2. Tactical battle underway. Barrera punctuates the round with another hard left hook to the body and then chases Jones to the ropes and takes a left hook from Jones for his trouble.
There was still some great body punching at the end of that round by Barrera.
Now, you're standing right in front of this guy. I told you can't stand in front of this guy. All right? There you go, Don. Look that up, man. You cannot stand in front of this guy, okay? I need you to throw your shot and take a half step either way, all right?
But it's caved in on this side, but that's what I mean. It's okay right now, but I think it's busted.
All right, now look.
I think Jones is nosing.
This round, I need you to throw a jab.
Keep bend down and keep throwing punches. You got to keep your left hand up and keep punching with it. So you can do some harm to him. You need to throw a lot of punches, especially that left.
Come on.
Here you can see playing more defense and punching off of that defense with a good body punch. Barrera says that if he wins his title back, he'll be perfect again. If he can fight more rounds like that, he'll be perfect again by his standards.
Well, a lot of people doubted whether Marco Antonio Barrera could legitimately change his game coming in here, but so far he's been as good as his word. He has fought differently than he did in Tampa in November.
And he's fighting a very brilliant fight here.
Right hand over the top by Barrera. Junior getting a tiny bit more tentative with the jab because of those right hand counters by Barrera.
And a little bit desperate with that right hand.
Come on.
He's getting a little bit frustrated because he can't hit Barrera like he did in the first fight. This defense Barrera has brought to this fight is making a big difference on the way that this fight should come out.
Well, Barrera's never been known for head movement, but he's had a little bit of it here tonight. Junior Jones was landing right crosses. Early in the bout here, he's mostly missing right crosses.
Another thing that I can tell you is good for Barrera is that every time he makes Junior miss with a big punch, he tries to counter.
What can Barrera do to counter what, I'm sorry, Jones do to counter what Barrera's changes are?
Well, it's difficult because that was his best punch. What he should be doing, or what he should have done already, was start faking the jab and coming around Barrera's right hand with a left hook. That would offset his right hand or get Barrera's mind off of his right hand. Then he would be able to land the right hand.
So fake the left jab up top and then hook to the body?
Nope. Fake the left jab, make Barrera reach for the left jab, then hook around the right hand of Barrera.
You're saying hook off the jab.
Right. This will make Barrera stop looking for the right hand and want to block the hook.
But we don't know if that's in his arsenal.
Well, if it ain't, then it's going to be a long night for him.
By and large, only the really good fighters can hook well off the jab, right, Roy?
By and large, you got a point there. But Junior is a pretty good fighter.
He's got a lot of technique, no question about it. He worked with Joey Fariello for many years before the Brooklyn trainer died. And he gives Fariello credit for having taught him boxing technique.
I think he may be dependent on his right hand a little bit too much tonight.
And obviously, much of the Barrera game plan aimed at taking away Junior's right hand. First take away the jab, then take away the right cross.
Barrera seems to be in control right now.
That was a
right hand by Barrera.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Thank you, Roy. And incidentally, tomorrow night at 10:30, your chance to see last Saturday's Whitaker De La Hoya fight. If, in fact, you missed it the first time around, decide for yourself who really won. Opinion at ringside, widely divergent. We'll have the fight and both fighters with us in the studio right here on HBO, 10:30 Eastern tomorrow night.
3, 4, 5, and take a half step either way, okay? All right.
Quarterback going to keep the pressure on it.
Look, when he's firing, when he's stepping, you got to keep your hands up, just like we worked on in the gym, okay? All right, keep them hands up. And I need 3, 4, 5.
Even if it's the last couple of seconds, don't exchange punches with him. You can get him real easy by outboxing him.
It's really interesting that Barrera's corner has prepared him for a boxing contest, which would seem so out of character from the Barrera up to now.
No, a lot of times when a guy gets so many wins under his belt, they start to depend on going in and overpowering everybody. And I think Marco probably had to start out as a boxer because the first time I watched him fight, that's what struck me so well, his boxing ability. After having so many wins, they start to depend on their power and their character.
Well, if I recollect correctly, it seems that his boxing heroes was Salvador Sanchez, the great featherweight who died prematurely, and he was a boxer puncher, as well as Chavez. So he's doing his Sanchez tonight.
There you go. That's what he should have been doing the first time.
Salvador Sanchez is in your top 5 list, isn't he, Roy?
Most definitely.
Junior Jones pressing a little bit with the right hand. You can see that the blood is trickling from Jones's nose again as Barrera stepped out here into round 4 and threw 2 accurate jabs to start it off, and just to get Jones's nose bleeding again. Jones's accuracy rate way down from his appearance against Barrera in November. And now, as Jones backs off and creates more distance, his left jab is easily blocked by Barrera's gloves.
And right there you saw how Barrera is meeting his left jab. That's when he should, oh, good body shot. That's when he should reach around, feint the jab, reach around that right hand and land the hook.
Barrera keeping the right hand up, blocking most of the left jabs. Let's see if at some point Junior Jones begins to hook off of it, as Roy Jones suggests he should. Right hand over the top, almost landed. Barrera coming back calmly with a couple of jabs.
Junior is doing something that I've been accused of doing, but I don't do it that way. And when he throws his jab, he's only throwing it to set up the right hand.
This is a very calm, professional performance through 4 rounds by Barrera. Now Jones finally catches him with a right hand. But Barrera goes back to his business and sticks the jab again.
And even when he's getting caught with the right hand, he's still throwing great counter punches, Barrera.
And he's gotten in another one of those good left hooks to the body in this round. They add up over the course of the fight.
Yes, they do.
Jones is starting to get him in his sights in the last 45 seconds.
Yes, he is with that right hand. He's landed some good right hands. But they don't seem to have much effect on Marco. There was a jab off the hook.
Yep.
Hook off the jab.
Hook off the jab by Jones. Barrera coming back to the body. His corner told him not to trade punches in the closing seconds of the round. It's a hard instinct for him to battle.
Now I think Junior's waking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't lower your left hand. Everything is fine. Don't lower your left hand. And if you throw it out there, be sure it comes straight back. But the jab, it's all you got to do. That jab is working beautiful. You're making him miss his jab, and you're countering real well. And what about that jab to the liver? It's a good body shot.
I don't know what the score is. Don't worry about it. You're all right, though.
You boxing, what you doing?
Listen, you knock the guy out, you don't have to worry about it. Okay?
Keep backing this guy.
Hey, you hitting him with some beautiful right hands, but it got to come off the jab.
Okay. Throw your right hand a little lower. You're throwing it too high. Hit him in the neck.
Okay.
Well, we've had 4 rounds, both fighters making adjustments for each other. The fight begins now, I guess.
Yes, it does.
Harold Letterman, how do you have it scored through 4?
Jim, 38-38, 2 rounds apiece. I thought Junior Jones outboxed him certainly in rounds 1 and 4 with that left jab. But I got to tell you, Junior Jones is trying the patience of referee Mills Lane. He constantly rabbit punches Barrera with that right hand. In other words, the right hand lands behind Barrera's back, hits him in the brainstem, and Mills is getting fed up with it.
What's your take on Mills Lane as a referee, Roy?
I think Mills Lane is one of the better referees in the boxing business.
What fighters want is a guy who's decisive, right?
And a guy who's there to make sure he's watching over everything. Don't let stuff go for one fighter and let it get out of hand, then you can't do nothing about it. And when the other guy starts, you want to finally wake up and say, okay, we're going to stop this here when you let one guy get away with it all night. That's how fights get out of hand. Mills Lane usually keeps good control of a fight.
He's very even-handed. Roy Jones, or Junior Jones, I should say, landing a right hand. And then as Mills Lane tried to break him, Junior came back with an uppercut.
I understand. Come on.
Mills says, I understand. Yo entiendo.
And what I think he means here is that they're supposed to protect themselves at all times. He told them that, and that's what he's telling them he understands.
Through the first 4 rounds, Barrera has bothered Junior Jones a lot with his jab.
The bull has turned into the matador.
Good right hand shot by Barrera in counter. Junior getting in closer with his jab, right?
Both fighters are throwing a good jab here now. Now this is getting to be a real boxing match.
Junior trying to time that right hand. He has shortened the distance between himself and Barrera.
You okay? You okay? All right, come on. Come on.
Mills Lane working awfully hard in this 5th round.
He wants to keep control of the fight, which is very good for him to do.
That was about keeping their heads apart, right?
No, that was a low blow by Marco Antonio Barrera.
As they came close, Barrera, by coming close, interrupted the arc of Jones's punch below the belt.
Step back. Clean. Step back.
I'm sorry. Jones interrupted the arc of Barrera's punch.
Barrera consciously going to the body in the 5th round. Consciously and conscientiously. Junior Jones shortening the distance between himself and Barrera to make his jab more effective and give him a better chance of landing one of those right hands over the top. And he landed one there.
Question, Roy. Having tasted the power of Jones, you think Barrera is more steeled to accept that power now in this fight?
Yes, he is. He's already tasted the power, and he figures, I've already gotten hit with it. Why worry about it now?
Well, Junior got in 2 right hands in the last 30 seconds of that round, as good as any he's thrown so far.
Out with your head up in the air. I can't have that. We can't have that. What a bucket. Good bucket. We can't have that. All right. Hey, we can't have that. Now look, that 2, 3, 4 jabs is working beautiful, man. Okay. All right. Now look, when you finish your combination, boss, I need you to fire that shot to the body behind you, okay? But remember,
Marcos, all you need is use intelligence. That jab is just doing it for you. That's all you need. The basic thing is the jab, Marcos. Don't let him breathe, Marcos.
short punches, short punches.
Right there, you heard him tell Marco, don't let him breathe. He's keeping the pressure on Junior. He's staying closer to Junior, so Junior is forced to fight for a full 3 minutes. Because usually in boxing, the puncher will be the guy who wears out first.
Round 6 of a scheduled 12. For the second time in a week, an interesting scoring challenge for the Nevada Athletic Commission judges who are at ringside here tonight. If you didn't get a chance to see De La Hoya Whitaker last week, and you're going to see it for the first time tomorrow night, and you may have gleaned this from reading the newspaper articles, scorer's nightmare.
I think Junior Jones's corner feels as though he'll have to have a knockout to really get a decision here in this fight. They're not looking to win the decision. They want a knockout.
Why should that be?
Well, because just like in last week's fight, a lot of people feel as though the crowd can be a big barrier on the judges. And when the crowd sees Junior do something here, they don't have a reaction to it. But when Barrera does anything close to something, they're going to have a big reaction to it.
You think the crowd won the fight for De La Hoya last week?
I don't think the crowd won the fight for De La Hoya. That fight I thought could have went basically either way. It's just that in my opinion, I think your thing is to beat the champion.
Good right hand by Barrera. Great exchange.
And 2 left hooks to the body, helping him to back Jones off at the end of the exchange.
Another thing I want to add is that I know De La Hoya didn't feel comfortable about the fight because he said quickly he wants to fight Pernell Whitaker again because he wants to beat Pernell Whitaker. And I admire that in any champion.
De La Hoya has been very forthcoming about the possibility of giving Whitaker a rematch. His promoter, Bob Arum, doesn't necessarily feel that way.
Well, because Bob doesn't feel like the champion. Bob is the guy who's looking at it from the business aspect. It was an ugly fight to him, and he probably doesn't want to see it again. But I can understand both of the fighters. Neither fighter dominated the fight, which is why both fighters want to come back because they want somebody to know that they are the better fighter.
But De La Hoya is behaving as an honorable sportsman, which he is.
Like I said, he showed me a lot of character when he said he is willing to and more ready to do it again because that showed me that he wasn't pleased with the way he got the decision. He wasn't pleased with his victory. Even though he probably pulled it out, he could have won either way. I don't know. I wouldn't have taken the fight because, like I said, Whitaker was champion. But that showed that De La Hoya has character, and he wants the world to see that he's the best, so he wants to beat Whitaker and prove the point.
Meanwhile, back here at the Las Vegas Hilton, Marco Antonio Barrera lands another left to the body, and more, his main weapon is working in the fight.
Yeah, and as we come to the midpoint in the fight, Jones looks much worse for the wear.
Like I said, the puncher is usually the guy that will wear down first. That was a body shot that hurt Junior Jones.
This was a big round for Barrera as the bell sounds at the midway point of the fight. Watch the graphics at the bottom of your screen for the upcoming boxing schedule here on HBO.
4 shots at a time, okay? All right, that 1 or 2 ain't getting it, man. He's getting hip to that stuff. Okay. And look, check your balance now, baby. You getting hit with dumb stuff. The guy's falling away, hitting you with all crazy stuff. Here's the mouthpiece.
Look at that, Doug Junior.
Listen, I need 2, 3, 4 punches, okay? Pick the pace up on this guy, man. Hey, can't nobody keep that pace.
All right, coach.
All right, baby?
All right.
Here we go, some water.
All right, you need to be don't be overconfident. That jab, keep your hands up and use that jab. You're doing well.
Let's go. Come on.
Punch stat numbers through 6 rounds. Barrera landing 126 out of 273, 46%. Jones has thrown 200 more punches, 476, but he's landed fewer, 107. And his connect percentage is exactly half of Barrera's at 23%. In the 6th round, Barrera landed twice as many punches. Now Junior comes out much more aggressively in round 7.
A very, very intelligent fight by Barrera. And Jones is trying to punch the intelligence out of him.
That was a bad low blow by Barrera.
No. Hey, you want time or not? You want time? Okay, give me time. 5 minutes. You can have any amount of 5. You tell me when you're ready. You can't have more than 5. Let's go. You ready? Yes. Okay, he said let's go.
Haven't seen Mills Lane take a point. Harold, did you see him take a point?
No, Jim. That was the 2nd time he won Marco Antonio Barrera for low blows. I guess one more and he will. But remember, Mills was mad about Junior Jones throwing rabbit punches, so it's sort of evening out.
Well, now it's Jones trying to make a war out of it that we always expect Barrera to try.
There's your perfect example of a rabbit punch.
Yep.
Junior wants to try to get this thing over with.
I think he's trying to get Barrera out of this style that he has adopted. He wants him to get into some exchanges.
Yeah, so he can hit him more. He doesn't feel as though he can hit him clean enough with Barrera being economical and laying back.
Junior Jones occasionally looking over here at Roy Jones Jr. as though to get advice or encouragement. And Barrera lands a right hand across the top, and increasingly the calm of Barrera, his self-possession in there, a factor in the fight.
Yes, it is. I think he's so calm because of his condition for this fight and his mental state.
You're kind of an advisor to a lot of those 1988 amateur guys, right, Roy?
Yeah, pretty much so.
Well, what would you tell Junior to do now?
At this point in time, I would tell him to beat the body and quit looking for the big knockout punches. We'd have to be competing here to win a decision. If a knockout comes, let it come. Don't go out here and try to rush it because you're going to run into a big punch if you're not careful.
So he needs to go body to body against the excellent body puncher, Marco Antonio Barrera. Barrera much more economical with his attack so far. Junior Jones having to work harder, but he landed that right hand.
Yeah, but that punch would hurt worse had he landed a few body shots along the way to weaken Barrera some. Now I think Junior is basically getting impatient because he wants a knockout so bad that he can taste it. He can't hit Barrera as much as he wants to, and it's driving him crazy.
Yes, but I think he's trying to open Barrera up, and in so doing, probably has won this round. He's trying to get Barrera out of that shell.
A lot of activity from Jones in round 7. Barrera stays in his envelope.
Next time he goes down there, it's going to cost him 1. Next time he goes down.
Harold Letterman through 7.
Well, Jim, I've got it 5 rounds to 2, 68-65, Marco Antonio Barrera. I think, honestly, he's taking Junior Jones out of his game plan. In other words, he's backing Jones up, he's taking away his jab, he's catching the jab, and doing more damage with those body shots. He's got Jones breathing hard through the mouth. It seems that the bloody nose is bothering Jones. I think that Marco's just hitting him harder, doing more damage, and controlling this fight.
I have it 4 rounds to 3. We'll take a look at the low blow, and you may have heard Mills Lane told the judges that one more low blow from Barrera and he would take a point away from him.
Yes, but he also seemed to be telling Jones at the end of the round that more rabbit punching could bring a point deduction against him.
Either that or hitting on the break.
And in what we might see as a close fight, a deduction for either fighter could be critical.
That's excellent body shot by Marco Antonio Barrera after a right hand by Junior Jones. Now Junior's going to the body like he should have been doing earlier.
Left hook to the body by Jones.
And then another up to the head.
If you're going to hold your hands high, I'm going to hit you underneath them.
And if you're going to give me the left hook, I'm going to double up on it.
There you go. You guys are getting pretty smart here on this.
Take two for good measure. We work with you, Roy.
We're
we get a
school.
continuing education.
We're in school with the professor.
I'm glad to see that you are paying attention, that y'all are learning this, though.
Hey, you're going to be doing this for 40 years. Just think how much we'll learn.
And this is an excellent fight here. Both of these guys are fighting a very smart fight. See, there the right hand landed because of the hook landed just a few seconds before that. That's what I was saying when I said if he landed the hook more, then the right would be able to sneak in too.
So Junior sharpening the attack.
Good body shot by Junior. He just can't get careless here.
Jones beginning to become more patient, perhaps beginning to accept the notion that they're going to go the distance and that he'd better score some points.
That body shot by Barrera hurt Junior Jones.
But Junior keeps throwing. Jones throwing and missing has been a persistent theme of the night.
Yeah, but if he stays the more busier, De La Hoya proved last week that you can win rounds like that.
Another left hook to the body by Barrera after a right hand lead over the top.
Oh, good body shot by Junior Jones. And a good counter body shot by Barrera. Now these guys are fighting a smart fight.
It's a boxing match as round 8 comes to a close. Not a slugfest like their 5-round war in Tampa last fall. In case you weren't with us for the first half of the doubleheader, welterweight superstar Ike Quartey continued his unbeaten ways with a 5th-round knockout of Ralph Tiger Jones. It was a power-punching exhibition by Quartey.
Now Junior is trying more stuff to hit Barrera, which is what he should have been doing earlier. He tried a right hand to the body, followed by a left hook and another right hand to the head. These are good combinations.
2/3 of the way through.
Hey, look, this motherfucker won't quit, man. Listen, but you got to give him reason to quit, Junior. Hey, look at me. You got to give him reason to quit. Hey, look, when I call for a 30-second drill, can't nobody on this planet Earth there with no 30-second drill. You got that in you?
Get the water down.
Do you got that in you? Okay, baby. All right, when I call for the 30-second drill, jump on his ass, okay?
Keep throwing the jabs, and when he's not looking, hit him with the right hand. He's tired already. You got him, Marcus. Punch him in the nose. Make sure you throw that right hand right in there.
Jones was more aggressive in that round, and you heard in his corner that they told him that they have a 30-second plan, which sounds like a 2-minute drill in football, which sounds like they want to try to steal the rounds with 30 seconds of action and flurries at the end of the rounds.
Fascinating punch stat numbers in round 8. Jones landing 32 of 84, maybe his best round of the fight with a 38% connect percentage. Barrera only threw 41 punches, but he landed 26, a 63% connect percentage. Harold Letterman gave the round to Jones.
Now Junior's throwing good body shots again. I don't know if Marco is getting tired or what it is, but he seems to be slowing just a little.
Yep, his offense is definitely slowing down, and that could be because Junior is stepping up the aggression.
Yeah, and it could be that he's playing possum.
Come on, let's go. Come on, get the points. Watch him play.
That's one good thing about him never showing any expression, though. His expression is still the same as it was in round 1.
He's so like the Sphinx.
The opponent can't tell whether he's tired or whether he's just taking time off, or if he's playing possum.
And after a while, that can creep into your head, too.
Step back.
Part of why they call Barrera the baby-faced assassin. He's one of a couple of fighters who carries that nickname.
Yeah, because I could have carried that nickname.
Let him go, Barrera. Come on, let him go. Come on.
Don't you have enough? I was thinking of Johnny Tapia.
Work out. 2 hands are free. Work out.
taking a point away from him right here.
Crossing the point. Crossing the point. Crossing the point.
A point deducted from Barrera.
Okay, come on.
Or was it from Jones?
No, it was from Barrera.
From Barrera. All right. That's why Mills pointed at Jones to bring it back.
That's the third time. And I don't know if the fight was close before this, but if Jones wins this round, the 10-8 round, it will be close after this.
Well, let's see how Barrera responds now that a point has been deducted for low blows in the 9th round of a scheduled 12. Hard right hand by Junior Jones.
I have to tell you, Junior really wants to win this fight. I've never seen him try to push the issue so hard to win a fight. He really wants to win this fight.
And Barrera, because of that eagerness, seems passive at the moment.
Barrera landing a left and a right. Left back to the body by Barrera.
And Jones is mouthing at him right now. He says, go ahead, throw it, throw it.
And he asked him, he said, is that all you got?
Go. Work out, punch out, come on. All right, one step back, hey, come on.
It's also surprising to me that Barrera will hold on the inside. I would feel as though he would be the stronger of the two inside.
Another right-hand shot landed for Junior Jones. Still shortening the distance between himself and Barrera, making the jab more of a factor, landing the right hand over the top, turning the fight around in the second half of the fight after seeming to be out-game planned in the first 6 rounds.
Now he's boxing the false mic, Junior.
And Jones,
a smart fight, Junior.
And now Jones has been in control of the fight for the last few rounds.
Operate, boss. How you feel?
I feel good.
Okay, look. Now we need to pick it up another level on him, man. This guy wants to quit, man. You see how you slowed down?
Yeah.
And listen, that step right, fire right is working. But you gotta throw it though, okay? Sure.
Por favor, porque si no nos pueden robar la pelea, Marcos, we need to make this a little better. We're winning, but it's close. You lost a point. We don't want to lose this fight. Marcos, let's use some speed and aggressiveness. You gotta land more blows. You gotta keep going forward, but be careful. Use that intelligence that you have, Marcos.
Take a look at the low blow that cost Barrera a point. It seems to me that that was right on the margins, but after having thrown 2 low blows before, it cost him.
And you saw Jones helping Mills lane a little bit by putting his glove down to indicate that it had landed low.
That was a good right hand by Junior Jones off the hook.
I was about to ask, Roy, do you think that the passiveness of Barrera, relative to what the style we've seen him in the past, is due because he's too conscious of getting hit by that right hand?
It could be. And now Junior's landing a left hook, which was opening up the right hand, like I said earlier. I think his passiveness may be giving Junior a little too much confidence.
Seesaw battle in Vegas. Junior Jones coming on strong in the second half of the bout against Marco Antonio Barrera. Another Jones combination crashing to the head of Barrera.
And all of these right hands are because of that left hook that has started to land.
Boy, he has sure shown the ability to double up on the left hook. Now he dangles the right hand in front of Barrera and comes back with more lefts.
Okay, that's the most of it. Come on, everybody, come on.
Junior is pushing the issue here. He's making the fight happen. And I think the judges will credit him all of these rounds that he's pushing the issue like this in. That was a good body shot by another good body shot by Junior. And a good left hook.
Oh, he has turned the fight around with excellent use of the left hand. Stepping in closer to make the jab a factor, doubling up on the hook, using the left hand to the body, being more aggressive than Barrera in the late rounds.
He just has to make sure he doesn't underestimate Barrera, because Barrera is still very strong.
Step back clean. Here we go.
This fight is going to be very close on the scorecards going into the last 2 rounds. We have to expect. Of course, you might have said that last weekend.
You never can tell. Oh, good right hand by Junior. Excellent right hand by Junior.
And this is a classic case. Once he stopped thinking knockout and started to score, he gave himself a much better chance of knocking Barrera out.
Which is what I told you when you asked me what would my instructions be. That was a good body shot by Barrera.
Barrera lands a right uppercut inside.
And Junior lands a left hook inside. Oh, good exchange by the fighters.
Get him up, Jones. Come on.
Oh, whoa, what a crashing right hand.
Sensational right hand across the top by Jones, and Barrera goes into a shell against the ropes. Junior Jones has got him hurt. Now Barrera comes back with body shots.
But Barrera's still strong.
Marcos, the fight is even now. He's caught up with us. We need to win the last 2 rounds. You're doing all right, but you need a little more speed.
The big right hand. Barrera took the punch well. Don't want to take too many of those. And then wailing away on the ropes at the close of the round. Ever since his comeback fight against Canizales, Junior Jones has been one hell of a fighter.
And in a sensational round 10 for him, Junior Jones landed 51 of 104 thrown punches, according to CompuBox statistics. So we go to round 11.
Does Barrera have to throw his game plan out now?
Well, I don't know, because this is still a very close tactical fight. If he throws his game plan out, he may get knocked out. So I can't say he should throw his game plan out.
Barrera working to the body, Jones working upstairs. Crowd loves it.
This fight still could easily end in a knockout by either fighter. Barrera is throwing some very smart body shots here, though.
Yeah, but it's the end of the fight. He's got to do more damage.
Good body shot by Barrera there.
Boy, he has some body shots.
Jones backing away a little bit. Now Jones creates more distance. His legs slightly wobbly. I'm not sure Barrera knows how much he hurt Junior with that one body shot.
Oh, that was a good right hand by Barrera. One thing Barrera knows is that it took a lot out of Junior that last round to expend all the punches that he threw.
And now he's doubling up that advantage with the body shots, as suddenly the bout seems to swing back in Barrera's favor for the moment.
Come on, let him go. Here we go. Come on.
Now Junior's relying on the right hand again. He needs to go back to using the hook and the body shots more.
Let him go. Let him go.
And you saw Junior pounding to the body with the right hand there. Barrera back into his passive mode a little bit. Takes a right hand across the top from Junior Jones. Barrera still looking for opportunities to get to the body, as he did so well in the first minute of this round.
That's what Junior needs to do right there. Keep Barrera on the end and just outbox him for these last 2 rounds and win the fight. Whoa, that was a very dangerous shot.
Uppercut by Barrera. Could have done more damage if it were 1 inch longer.
Or 1 inch more to the right. Good right hand by Junior, but it's always countered by a good left body shot by Barrera.
Yep. Straight right hand by Junior Jones. Barrera steps in to answer with a right hand of his own.
And Junior is showing a remarkable chin here himself, Jim.
Both guys have taken a lot of solid shots. Been a heck of a boxing match for 2 superb, well-conditioned boxing athletes.
This is more like the fight we were hoping for last week.
Step back. Come on.
Well, there are no southpaws in there tonight. Another tough round to score.
And Mills Lane goes down.
They will go to the 12th.
All right, baby. Got one more round. One more round. All right, look. I don't want you in no firefight, Junior. Don't get scared. I don't want you in no firefight. Okay. I don't want to say what y'all.
Marcus, press the issue. He doesn't know what to do. Don't go back. Keep going forward. Make that left hand and then the right. Let's go for it.
Look, I don't want you in no firefight. Look, listen. 3 and 4 jabs. 3 and 4 jabs, and the right hand right behind it, okay?
Hey, this is the fight. This is the time.
We got to get this last round, Marcos.
The bull that became the bullfighter has become the bull again.
Round 12 begins. Harold Lederman, how do you have it going into the last 3 minutes?
Jim, 6 rounds to 5, 105, 103, Junior Jones. I think he's absolutely fighting his heart out the last 4 rounds. He's just out-fighting Marco Antonio Barrera. And that 1 point that Mills took away in round 9 for the low blow is really hurting Barrera in the scoring. I think Junior is absolutely pulling this fight out with a great effort in the last 4 rounds.
On your card, that 1 point deduction means Barrera would now need a knockout to win the fight.
Yes, absolutely correct, Jim.
And I agree with you,
And
Harold.
oddly enough, I have the same score.
That is odd. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in what has been an excellent boxing match. Shifting tides of fortune.
Junior can't get careless here. He has to stay strong because Marco's going to stay strong. Marco's throwing excellent body shots, and he has to keep focused on what he's doing, Junior Jones.
And you heard Tommy Brooks say 3 jabs and the right hand. 3 jabs and the right hand. Easier to say it than to do it.
Junior's going to lose a point if he keeps on throwing his shoulder.
Come on, let's go. All right, one step back. Let both of them. One step back. Come on.
Good body shot by Barrera as he countered Jones. Another one that was slightly low. No more penalties forthcoming from Lane at this point. Barrera determined to get in close. Jones determined to work to the body with the right hand. Sticking the jab and moving, just as he should.
Very smart by Junior Jones.
Barrera never stops working that rib cage.
Now, I can't say he is hurting Junior badly to the body here.
Marco has been the more accurate puncher. Junior has been by far the more prolific puncher. What will the judges go for tonight?
Junior is really showing the heart of a champion here tonight. And so is Marco Antonio Barrera.
Let him go.
But you just have a sense that Junior wants it more.
That's what it seems to me.
Step back. For both of them. Come on.
Two of the 3 judges at ringside were among the 3 who so powerfully favored Oscar De La Hoya's aggression against Pernell Whitaker's defense and skill last Saturday night. What will they go for tonight?
I don't care what they go for. Junior Jones won the fight.
What a battle.
And Barrera is truly a great champion.
Yep, what a professional effort by both fighters. Harold, how'd you finish up?
Well, I'll tell you, I agree with Roy Jones Jr. This was a great fight, but Junior Jones won it. 114, 113 in rounds, 6 rounds apiece. Junior Jones, he just fought his heart out in rounds 8, 9, 10, 11. I thought he won them all. Barrera may have edged him in the 12th with the body shots, but Junior still wins it because of the 1 point that referee Mills Lane took away in round 9 from Marco Antonio Barrera due to the low blows. I think Junior has got enough rounds. I mean, all he needs is 6 rounds to win win this fight. These are all 10-9 rounds, Jim, and Junior's got an extra point, so I think Junior Jones wins the fight by 1 point. It's a 10-point must system.
And we talked about professionalism, Roy. These pictures show you how much the two fighters respect each other at this point.
And that's what you like to see in a sport like boxing. Boxing has such a bad name until you like to see guys that respect one another. You like to see guys go out and show good sportsmanship after the fight.
Giving each other their propers. Let's go to Michael Buffer and find out who won.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Las Vegas Hilton, we go to the Budweiser scorecards. Dwayne Ford scores the bout 116 to 111. Jerry Roth scores it 114 to 113. And Chuck Champa has it 114 to 112 for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, champion of the world from Brooklyn, New York, Poison Junior Jones.
Well, you heard Poison say before the fight that he would beat Marco Antonio Barrera every time, and I'll tell you, I'm not sure Barrera could fight him better than that.
Well, I'm sure Barrera could fight him better than that. He won that fight this time strictly on heart and smart boxing. Junior Jones did. Barrera should have showed more heart when he saw himself behind and should have picked up the pace a little bit.
It's not easy to pick up the pace against a guy who's hitting you in the mouth, and that's what Jones did down the stretch. Total punches in the fight. Junior landing 36 more, throwing 449 more punches than Marco Antonio Barrera. That's an average of nearly 40 more punches thrown per round. Barrera landing 50% of his blows, but just not busy enough in the critical rounds 7 through 10 when Junior took command of the fight. Total jabs, and there's where the vast disparity in punches thrown began, but Junior threw more power shots also. Landing only 99 out of 555 jabs, but it did the job.